here, and welcome to Adventures with Richel, the podcast. I'm Richel Stratton.
And I'm Brian Murray.
And Brian's got a frog in his throat, apparently.
I did. What happened?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. Let's just continue. I'll get past it.
Do you have a little tickle?
Tickle? Well, yeah. But it just started.
It's waited until we started to record for you to get a frog in your throat.
Apparently, yes.
Okay. So, anyway, how was your New Year?
It was pretty good. I did make it till midnight. Did you?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Ooh, I was struggling in the last 15 minutes. I was like, you can do this. Come on.
I have not been. I've been staying up till like 2 o'clock every night on Christmas break. So.
But why?
Because I ain't got no responsibilities. I don't have to get any kids to school. I've been watching shows.
But 2 o'clock?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I've been watching this new show, and I don't know if I like it. I don't hate it.
Is it Ghost Adventure? What is it?
Oh my God. No.
What is it?
6 Feet Under. It's apparently an Emmy award-winning show.
But that doesn't mean everything's good.
I know, but I started watching it, and I was like, okay.
You remember The Walking Dead?
Yeah. I actually liked The Walking Dead. I haven't finished it, though.
Loved it. I haven't either, but it was good. So that was a bad example. How about...
You can't name another Emmy award-winning show.
Is that an Emmy award? I didn't even know if it was.
I don't know if it is either.
No, I can't. No.
Yeah, so anyway, and it's about a family who it's a funeral home. They run a funeral home.
I kind of like this.
Home, okay? And basically all of them really have like problems or whatnot.
Which I think you would.
Yeah. First episode, their dad dies, the one in charge of it. And then he leaves it to his 2 sons. One of them's ran away from the business forever. The other one...
It's always been there, right?
Has always been it. And he's upset that he left it to both of them. Okay?
Well, equal.
Yeah, and then their daughter, his daughter is upset that he didn't leave her anything except in a trust that she has to wait for school. So she's like, what the hell? But
Not
she's
good.
still in school or whatever. So anyway, they get these different clients. There's another big funeral home that's like pretty much, it's like a chain.
Is there rival funeral homes?
Apparently so.
In one town?
No, not in one town. I don't know. Okay, I'm in season 2. But I was intrigued because sometimes the people that die that are coming to the funeral home talk to the people.
I like that right there.
And I was like, oh, okay. And like, I don't know. So it's not one of those that you're like, oh my God, I have to see what's next. But I'm still watching it.
I've had shows like that.
Where it's like, you know a show that was like that for me? Shameless. Have you ever seen Shameless?
No.
It is fucked
I
up.
watch scary shit.
Okay, well, Shameless
And
isn't scary
RuPaul.
shit. Yeah, I know. But Shameless isn't scary shit, but it's just a fucked up show that you're like, oh my God. And then you just keep watching.
The shame.
No, for
The
real.
lack of shame.
The lack of shame. It really is the lack of shame.
We started watching a new one too.
What did you start watching?
We Went Funny, which is not.
I'm also watching Funny.
Leonard Kenny? Leonard Kenny?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God, you gotta watch this shit. They're only 20-minute episodes.
Uh-huh.
And the first night we watched 3 or 4 of them.
My Funny one is only 20-minute episodes about as well.
We were cracking up though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm sure some of you have watched it. Because there's a spinoff called Shorzy.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What channel is this on?
It's on TV.
Okay. Also have channels.
I think it's Hulu.
Okay.
Did I say that right?
Hulu?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm watching The Good Place. Have you watched that?
No.
Okay, it's
Is it funny?
It's funny.
What's this about?
It's about the good place. Like, the people die.
Wow.
And then they go to the good place.
Okay.
And it's about their adventures
Alton.
in the good place. Yes, Alton. But it's funny, and my family seems to think that I remind them of Eleanor.
Okay, so I have to look that up. Eleanor, The Good Place.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so anyway, You said your week's been pretty good. You did make it till midnight.
Yeah, made it to midnight. Did pretty good. I had some cocktails. Did a lot of laughing. And everything seems to be pretty good.
That's good. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
I made it till past midnight, and I ate 12 grapes under the table with the boys.
What is that?
It's supposed to bring you good luck in the new year. A grape for each month.
So my wife, my mom, they all lied to me.
About what?
Because they said I had to eat collard greens and black-eyed peas.
A lot of times you have to eat black-eyed peas.
Do I look a lot of times?
Like, you're supposed to eat black-eyed peas on New Year's Day.
But does it... I don't know if... I don't like those.
I'm starting my own tradition. Do you know how...
Is your tree still up?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll probably take it down sometime this
Like
week.
March?
No.
Next week.
Sometime this week.
Not March.
No, not March.
I think I'm going to March.
You don't even like Christmas that much. Why are you leaving stuff up?
Well, I like the lights.
Oh, I like the lights too.
Because my tree goes from yellow to blue, red, green.
Oh, okay.
Like whenever it wants to.
Mine's just a soft, warm glow.
You
of
just
white.
look like a soft, warm glow person.
Thank you. Also, the other thing is yesterday I did not do anything because you're not supposed to clean or do laundry or shower or whatever on New Year's Day because it washes away all of your prosperity and could wash away family members and things like that. And I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious.
You seem to be.
Do you do laundry?
Ever?
You do laundry, I know you
Yes.
do. But like,
Did I do some yesterday?
yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, yes.
Yeah.
So I should check the family. One of them whips, who gone?
You did mention someone breaking their back.
That's true.
So maybe just keep an eye.
All right. I'll tell Michelle, we don't do laundry no more.
Don't laundry, don't
Clean.
don't shower. Like
and eat grapes under the table.
well, you have to do that when the clock strikes midnight and like in the first like 30 seconds to a minute have to eat 12 grapes.
There's all these rules.
I know, it's a lot.
Can't you just get good luck? Can I like download it?
I don't know.
It's an app.
If that's the way you're going about it, it would explain a lot of things.
Probably. I feel like I'm going to have really good luck this year.
I hope you do. I hope I do too.
I started off my new year.
I am going to.
When I got up, my toilet was overflown. That's how 2024 started.
And you think your luck's going to be grand.
Well, I know how it's going to be because I looked at it and I was like this. No big deal.
Well, that's good.
I'll just plunge.
Well, that's good.
And I'll just clean up this mess
Yeah.
that went from here to the downstairs and made a big puddle, and everything that we washed yesterday is now dirty. But oh well. That's how I attacked it.
Oh. Well, that's a different tactic.
Yeah, I don't know what was up. I was really tired.
Because you stayed up till midnight.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to tell you this story before we get into our topic for the episode.
Okay.
And it was really, it wasn't bad, okay? I had an interaction.
With
And
somebody?
Yes, at the Walmart. Okay? I'm in the Walmart trying to get stuff, and I got in this guy's way, and I said, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry." And then he's like, "Oh, it's fine." And then I went about, still in the same section, and I kind of like got in his way again a little bit because I was in a hurry. However, I said, "Oh my goodness." I said, "I am going to keep doing this to you all of the store." I said, "I will just keep being in your way." I apologize. I said, "What are you trying to grab? Because I'm going to grab it in front of you." And he kind of laughed.
Okay.
It was an older gentleman. I was like, "I'm not trying to be in your way, and I apologize." And he's like, "You're fine." And then he started talking to me about like, because I grabbed wontons, like wrappers, because I was going to make crab rangoon. And then he was told me about how he's allergic to shellfish, and it sucks because he loves shrimp so much. I said, "I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't eat shrimp. I love shrimp. I can eat my body weight in shrimp."
This is all in the store.
All in the store.
Mm.
And he's like, he's like, "Well, I had an allergic reaction. I used to eat it all the time, and then I went to visit my son in Texas, and we went to blah, 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 and I had shrimp or oysters on a half shell, and he's like, I thought that maybe they were bad oysters because I got really sick and like I had to go to the emergency room. And I was like, well, that's horrible. And he's like, yeah, so I didn't eat them for 5 years. And then he said I was on the East Coast, and I was like, I haven't ate them in 5 years. Let's just see what happens. He said, and I ate it, and he said I didn't have a reaction. So I was like, I just had bad oysters. He's like, so then I started eating them again and like eating shrimp and stuff. He's like, and then he said, I swelled up and my tongue swelled up. And he's like, I said, you almost went into anaphylactic shock. And he's like, yeah. He's like, so apparently now I can't eat them because they may kill me. And I was like, well, that really sucks. And I'm so sorry. And yeah, don't eat them. He's like, but I like fish. I was like, I like fish too. Tilapia is my favorite.
Tilapia?
I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. But I was like, yeah, I like fish. And they was telling me about he gave up all these other meats. So really only thing he eats is chicken and fish. And I was like, well, that's not
how long were you in the store?
Longer than I'd like, okay?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, chicken's good and fish, so you have a little bit of variety. I said, you might want to put the other stuff back in there if you can't eat shellfish. And he said, he was just like, what's your name? And I said, it's Richel. And he says, very nice to meet you. I said, it's nice to meet you too. And he said, I was like, what's your name, sir? And he says, my name's Frank. And I was like, nice to meet you, Frank. And he says, can I hug you? I said, yeah. And he hugged me and told me that he hoped I had a happy new year. I was like, you too. And then I saw him everywhere else in the store. I said, we must have the same.
I bet you did.
I said, we must have the same list. And he said, he's like, I swear I'm not following you. I said, it's fine. I said, I'm going to the dairy section. I'll meet you over there. And then I went to the candle section because I was like, immediately after he hugged me, like I was like, it was a really nice guy and we had a nice interaction, like this older gentleman. But when he asked me to hug, like for a hug,
yeah,
I didn't know how to say no. So I was like, okay.
I thought Ted Bundy hugged all of his people.
But then I immediately thought maybe he put like a sticker on my back or something to let people know that I'm an easy target, like to get taken.
Yeah, you are. You totally are.
So it was a nice encounter, but also kind of like
turned weird.
Turned a little weird with the hug part, but it was still nice.
You said yes.
I did say yes.
You can tell people no.
And say no, thank you.
Well, you could say, I would love to, but the infection that I have, you will probably blow up. So
I'm wearing shellfish. Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
There's
My name is Richel, so
yeah,
because of my shellish
yes
qualities. So, no, I don't think that. I think that's really. Are those glitter?
Yes, they are glitter.
I don't think that this is. I don't think you should have hugged him.
Okay, well, I did it. What's done is done. The next day, I went back to the Walmart because apparently I can't remember everything that I need when I go the first time. Probably because an older gentleman's hugging me and feels like maybe being followed. Not positive. But I go to the store with the kids. And then I walk out to the parking lot and I'm loading stuff up.
Tell me Frank's not out there.
Frank is not out there. There are 3 men who get out of their minivan and they say, excuse me, ma'am. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, kids, get in the car. Landon does not get in the car. He stays out there because he's a good
boy.
Good boy. And he's bigger than me. So he's like.
Ready to go.
Yeah. And they just were asking me about the Jeeps and the ducks. Like what it was. They're like, we've always wanted to know and we've never asked anyone. We saw you, so we thought we'd ask you. And I was like, why is everybody talking to me at the Walmart? So if you see me at the Walmart,
leave me alone.
Don't talk to me. You make me forget shit.
She is a shellfish.
Like an oyster, and I go,
Why 3 people in a minivan?
Yeah, 3 bigger dudes in a minivan.
We just want to talk about Jeeps. You are so lucky you weren't napped.
I didn't get close to them.
Doesn't matter. There's 3 of them. I don't know if you've seen you. Tiny.
I can fuck someone up, though.
You can. Can you fuck 3 people up?
No, but I got Lando.
I still feel like we're at an odd number.
I had eyes on him, and Landon had my
What's your
back.
eyes gonna do when they nap you?
I wasn't gonna let him get close.
You gonna run without? What are you gonna do with Levi?
Levi was in the car because I told him to get in the car.
So you're only running to the car.
I was standing right next to the car and had my hand on my door. And they were at, you know how parking spots go?
Mm-hmm.
They were standing at theirs.
Well, I'm glad you're alive.
I am too. But.
Can I have a hug?
You did that to me earlier when you got here.
I did, but I don't know.
And I did give you a hug.
See?
So, you know what? If you want a hug, ask, because I won't tell you no.
No,
Apparently
if you want
not.
to nap her.
Will you stop stomping on my toe?
Sorry. Okay, I am. There's cramping.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right.
So anyway, you have any stories you want to share with me?
I don't believe I do. Oh, well, I told you the one about the woman. I was at the gym, and I walked around the corner, and she was right there, and I said, "Ah, motherfucker!"
You said that to her?
Yes.
I thought she said that to you.
No. She was hiding. You know how I am when I get scared. I have punched you.
How was she hiding?
She wasn't hiding.
Like,
She was just coming around the corner, but it's my corner.
how is it? You own Planet
When I
Fitness
walk
or
through, one of the things they teach you in the Marine Corps is that you own everything. So when I'm walking through the doorway. She wasn't.
The doorway to what? Was she in the hallway?
No. I was going into the elliptical room.
I just feel like there's rules of the road.
But she came in. I came in the door, and there she was standing there, and I said, "You motherfucker!" And I balled my fist up, and she said, "Whoa!" And then later, I did my exercise, did all my stuff, and as I was walking out, I saw her, and I went like this. Boo! Tried to scare her, and she did not laugh. She was not happy with
You're
me.
the predator.
Oh, and when I called her when I called her the name,
Uh-huh.
everybody in the gym at that point turned and looked at me like, he
Whoa.
just called her that. So, I don't know. Don't scare me. I will punch your face in. I can't help it.
And I'll hug you.
Yep, it's a hugger and I'm a puncher.
My God.
What?
I thought she called you a motherfucker.
I called her that. She scared me.
I would have scolded you so much more during that story if I would have known it was
She
you
knew
who
I was
said that.
terrified.
Yeah. And she wasn't scared at all by this big man
No.
balling up his fist
No.
and yelling at her.
No, because I really reacted really calmly after I yelled at her.
Uh-huh. You said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry."
I did not do that. Well, I did. I said, "You motherfucker, you scared me." That's how I said it too. You scared me. And she's like, "I'm sorry." And I went to my shit.
Okay. Well, anyway. So we're caught up on the week.
Yeah, we are.
Jeez.
20 minutes.
20, not complete 20 minutes, but almost. Anyway, we're at, bleh, I can't talk.
You can.
Our topic for today hits close to home because...
You can't get any closer to home.
No, but we are talking about our hometown of Alton, Illinois. And it is known as the most haunted little town in America. And, you know, we got a rep.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have to, we have our home teams from here,
Yes?
obviously. We have several locations
Yes?
that we've investigated. Some we've missed out on.
Yes.
Some I've been to, some you haven't.
Some I've been to, some you haven't.
True.
So you would think because we've lived here, we would have investigated every single haunted location here.
You would think.
But some of those haunted locations are hard to get into.
Super hard to get into. And then I bet we've been into some locations in this area that not a lot of people have been into.
I can think of a location right now.
Oh, you can?
The Stratford Hotel.
Right.
Like,
But I've been the only one in there.
yeah, we've been in there and it was an interesting location for sure.
You know, one of the reasons why, well, there's more than one, but this town is right in the middle of everything paranormal people would love to be around.
I know it has a lot going for it. I will say it's rich in history. Like it.
Abe was here.
Yeah, Abe Lincoln, and it was the Lincoln-Douglas debate was here.
Right here.
Then you have the Underground Railroad.
Yes. The world's tallest man comes from here.
World's tallest man, also known as the Gentle Giant, right?
Yeah, he was 8 foot and 11 and a half.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That is huge.
His name's Robert Wadlow.
Yeah. Robbie.
And Robbie Wadlow. I'm big and tall.
And then we have the Mississippi, the river that runs through.
So the river.
Mm-hmm. Almost all of the basements in Alton, I feel like, are made of limestone.
Because we have limestone quarries.
Yes.
Are you guys putting this together? Running water, limestone quarries.
We also have a bunch of railroad tracks.
Railroad tracks.
What
else? That's all of it.
Horrible history.
The history's not great.
I will say that I'm at least proud that we were part of the Underground Railroad and helping.
Yes, we were. Yeah.
So.
There's a lot of things here. This is a cool place. I love this place, to be honest with you.
I do too.
It's neat to see. We even have little urban legends.
Yes,
like the Piasol bird.
That lives in the bluffs.
Mm-hmm.
Which, what would you do if you seen the Piasol bird?
Try to take pictures.
No, you wouldn't.
Act like a worm.
To try to get picked up?
Yeah.
Because it's a bird?
Yeah. If you've never seen the Piasol bird, look that shit up, man. He's got like a face of a human or a lion.
Yeah,
he's
dragon, weird. A tail, bird wings.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Native American lore. And
it's got a cool story, though.
It does have a cool story, and it's painted on, like, a picture of it's painted on the bluffs, and it's supposed to live in the bluffs, correct?
Mm-hmm.
In one of the many cave systems there.
I did my very first investigation paranormally here in Alton.
You did?
Yes.
Yep. All right.
I watched a show called Ghost Hunters when I lived in North Carolina when I was in the Marine Corps. Then when I moved back, your neighbor, and somebody that we bring up quite often, Mr. Matt Pace.
Matty P!
He and I formed Riverbend Paranormal, and our first investigation was in Alton, and we went to the Mineral Springs Hotel / mall, whatever you want to call it. Several shows have done their episodes there. Me and you've been there probably.
I don't know how many times.
Lots.
I love the Mineral Springs.
I do too. It's a great place. If you've never been to the Mineral Springs in Alton, you should definitely go. It's haunted.
It is haunted. I will say that. Special connection there. I'm going to talk about it. I don't usually talk about her. And I don't know if there's any history.
I wish we had exclusive things that we could put up.
Exclusive.
Like
This
means
never been talked about on a podcast before, I don't believe.
Yeah.
Because I don't freely talk about her.
No, and I'm surprised that you're doing this.
And I don't. Listen, there is nothing backing this up. Other than
a constant
presence.
Yes.
But I have a connection with one of the spirits that I met there named, and she told me her name was Anne. I don't know if I haven't been able to, in my research, I have not been able to find an Anne at all.
No.
There. And she hangs up out in the apartments is where I initially met her and essentially had a connection with her. Essentially, I feel like it was kind of an attachment.
Well, Anne's been to other places with you.
Anne pops up all over the place.
Yes. Even when we were filming.
Yes. She pops up. She says, her name comes across. She always says my name. And the weird thing about it is it's always her voice. As soon as she says my name, I know it's her before she even tells me who it is. And then nobody else besides you knows about Anne, and they will throw out that name that they heard.
Yeah, remember when I asked my two kids? They were probably 8 and 5, and I took them down there, and I've not told them about anything. I've not told them what's going on. They know the place has got activity, but they wanted to go with me, so I took them down there. And as we were leaving, I always tell them to be respectful. And I said, tell the entities goodbye. And my youngest son looked and said, goodbye, Anne. And I looked at him and I was like, what the hell did you say? He said, I was telling Anne goodbye. I've never talked about Anne. She's the only person that
brings it up.
And that's the first thing my kid said. So I don't know.
It just sticks with me, and I believe it. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been able to find an Anne in any of my research, and maybe she was going there to escape something and it's used a fake name.
Who knows?
Or what?
Well, I know that I was walking down the hall that one time, and you said something about what's her name?
We were with a bunch of people, and they were calling. They claimed that they thought it was someone else,
right.
And they said, "We know who you are." Blah 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 blah. And I was just like, shook my head, and you kind of looked at me, and you're like, "What?" I was like, "That's not who's they're talking to," and you knew what I was talking about.
I did.
But you said, "Who are they talking to?"
Yep.
I said, "They're talking to Anne," and
she said she's right, or something like that in my ear.
And you freaked out.
I did freak out because freak out's a strong word.
You looked like...
Yeah, because I was walking, I was away from you. You had just said the name, and then in my ear, nobody's around me at this point. I hear, she's right. I can't remember if it was she's right, or I'm pretty sure it was she's right. Because I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That was freaking out for the rest of the night, pretty much.
Yeah. I will say the other person, other people might not like him. But William, I like William.
Yeah, there's...
In the men's pool area.
I don't know if everybody knows. I don't know if there's anybody that knows how many entities are there. But I know that we've ran into several. It's a great location, and I love it.
Yeah. It is a great location.
Yes.
I told you about the William thing, right?
How he could possibly be related to you?
Yes. Isn't that weird?
I mean, no. Not when it's with you.
I think it's weird. But it also would explain why he knocks off his shit when I tell him something.
There's something strange about you.
Thank you. Ow.
Are you real?
You poked me in my thyroid, you jackass.
What'd you do if you passed out?
I know, you hit a lymph node,
I'm
though.
trying to make sure that you're real.
Let me poke you in your throat. Oh, you're real.
Sometimes I don't think you are.
Remember that time that I had you convinced for like 2 minutes that I was your imaginary friend?
That freaked me out a little bit.
And that I wasn't real, and that no one else could see me, and that they just, like, they gave you the benefit, like, they just played along.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, it was funny.
No, it wasn't. I did poke you. It was
You
like,
did
are you
poke
fucking
me.
real?
Yeah.
Okay, back to the Alton thing. I'll tell you another place that I thought's cool.
Okay.
The McPike Mansion. Okay? That's been on several shows as well.
Yes. I have never investigated the McPike Mansion. I have been there several times, but I have never actually gone and investigated.
So I can tell you this. In the cellar of this place, not only, I've gotten some EVPs from there, but this is something that there's this claim of this misty stuff.
Okay.
Like a mist that comes down
Yeah.
in that area. And I can tell you with 100% certainty that me and your neighbor, Matt Pace, saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Even put our hand through it. And I've got a picture of it.
Yeah.
And was like, we're seeing this. I mean, it was cool because it kind of just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So you know how a place is dark and you got your flashlight and you can see and it just looks dark.
Yeah.
This was in the middle of that darkness,
Uh-huh.
and it looked like a mist.
Not like smoke.
No.
But
I could put my hand through it. It was clear.
I don't understand how you're seeing that. If it's clear.
How can I explain this? It was
It was smoky colored,
no,
but mist.
it was like rainwater.
What?
Oh, was I on drugs?
That's not, I don't feel like that's a mist.
It was
that's
like
a,
It wasn't like it was coming down though. It looked like,
did it look like a plasma?
yes, good word. I was going to say, well, I've said all the stupid things.
Clear.
It's like
mist.
clear raindrops.
But not coming
But don't
down.
coming down. Yeah, that's how I describe things.
Plasma.
Yeah, that's what it was like. And we put our hands through it. Like this.
What did it feel like?
You could.
I
Hear
want
me
to.
out.
I want to know what it felt like.
Nothing.
Did
but
you-
but for a good 20 minutes we were doing this. I'm doing it. I've got my hand in the mist. You know.
I don't know. I want. I wish I was a fly on the wall.
I wish you were there too. Because
Okay, but-
you look stupid, Brian.
Was it for really 20 minutes? Because I feel like sometimes when you're investigating, time feels different. There's a time
I didn't look.
slip or something.
Just to be honest, I had a really bad start to the investigation at the McPike Mansion when I first went.
Do we want to talk about the bad start? If it's what I think it is, then you had a horrible start. I'm surprised you even investigated. Go ahead.
Okay.
Is it what I think it is?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Are you going to tell the story?
I'm going to tell it, but I'm not going to tell it all the way.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Yeah, I'm going to tell you.
be prepared to judge.
Listen to me. When you investigate locations, sometimes things go awry, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't always have the facilities that you need right there.
Okay.
Power,
Water.
light bulbs,
That's power.
that is power. They have mists,
They miss.
plasmas,
Bathrooms.
Electricity,
Heat.
Yeah.
Air-
Sometimes they don't always have that. I took a little trip down to the local McDonald's, and I had myself a number 2 with no onions because I don't like onions. And I ate that, and I went to the McPike Mansion. I knocked on the door. I was with my buddy Matt. He lives across the street from Richel.
You guys are going to know exactly where he lives. by
Yeah,
the end of
he's
this.
going to be famous. Anyways, knocking on the door. I'm going to play it out. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. No answer. Boom, boom, boom. No answer. Flip phone. Going through the text message to say they knew that we were coming. I knocked again. I knocked 3 or 4 times. Probably not real hard. All of a sudden, my stomach went, good. It was just like that. And I went,
Oh no.
huh. No big deal. I did it 2 or 3 times, and I went, okay.
He said.
It's doing it right now. Did you hear it? Did you hear it?
Yeah.
I hope you did. Anyway,
Are you
we're
okay?
so good at this.
I don't want this to play out the same way.
It won't. Anyways, I decided that I better go because my brother lived about a mile down the road. He was out of town. He had left something's going on.
I know.
It is really doing it.
Do you
No.
get the sound on the mic?
Okay. No. My brother had lived.
Your brother lived about a mile away.
Yes, and he had left the key for me because I was supposed to feed his dog. Okay?
I
So,
thought you were supposed to pick up the mail.
and the mail. He
Okay.
had dogs because the dog ate my shoes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So,
because it was hungry.
really hungry
Okay.
for good stuff. Anyways, so I tell Matt, hey, turns out I'm not going to be able to wait real quick. You'll have to get started. I'm going to go down there and use the bathroom. Mile drive. Sweat forms above my brow.
Meat sweats.
I'm talking, it's bad at this point because it's a mile, but it seems like it's about 6 to 7 hours long before I get to his house. Stomach is continuously making the noise. Okay, so I run up to the door and I try to unlock the door and I can't get it. I can't get it. And I'm a little bit freaking out now because the sweats are now coming through the shirt and things are coming out of my butt. Okay? I need to get to the bathroom as soon as possible because this isn't going down well. I threw all the mail out of his mailbox looking for this key. He's got mail in his front yard. I grab the key and I start to put it in the hole and I'm doing this and wouldn't you know, I, in broad daylight, well, I didn't make it to the bathroom.
He shit his pants on his brother's front porch.
On my brother's front porch. So now I've got to get inside because I'm not completely finished. So I make a path from the front door all the way into his bathroom, all over everything in the bathroom. And now I'm in pure panic mode because my brother is about 6'3", and I don't have extra clothes, and I've got an investigation to do. So,
Because at this point, you don't say, I'm not investigating.
I still got to go through with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I needed to go through with it, but I needed to
Yeah.
I needed to
Obviously,
find.
because you're going to find the plasma that day.
This is absolutely true.
Okay.
So,
continue.
so I end up taking a quick shower, cleaning up whatever I can in the bathroom. I put on my brother's clothes, which were a lot bigger than I needed, and I went down to investigate. I started to investigate, and I looked to my left real quick before he walked in the front door, and there was a bathroom right there, a porta-john.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus, I don't believe you like me. Everybody at this point, nobody at this point knows that I've done that.
They just wondering why you're wearing clothes.
Different
that are bigger.
clothes at that point, yeah. Okay, so would you see something?
No.
Okay. Let me just go a couple days forward. I get a phone call from my brother, and he goes, this is all he says to me. You want to tell me why my wife is cleaning up human shit off the ceiling of my bathroom and everywhere in the bathroom? And now I have to come clean, okay? I had rolled up his bath mats because they got covered. I had taken my shoes out. The dog ate them. I had tried to clean up as fast as I can and get everything out, and I guess I had missed the majority of the stuff.
The ceiling.
I don't know how it got on the ceiling.
Did you lean forward thinking, oh my God?
I got so sick.
Was it like a baby when it shits up its back?
It was terrible. Yeah, yes. So I know that's a bit of a crude story, but things happen when you investigate. But the good thing about it is later in that night, I got to put my hand through the plasma.
The mist.
The mist.
Plasma.
The plasmist. The mist plasma. Yes. And
it was pretty cool.
It was cool. Now, anytime I go to an investigation, though, one of the first things I look for is the bathroom.
Which, know your surroundings when you go to investigate. Look for the things you're going to need, because you don't want to be rushing in a pinch.
No. I like what you did there.
Yeah.
So there was that. Thank you. That was my story. That's terrible.
I didn't even force you to tell that story.
I just had to. You had told your weird story.
Yeah, but mine wasn't. I don't feel like mine was. Mine, I guess, makes me look a little crazy. Yours makes you look like you can't.
A little dirty.
Like you're not potty trained.
Well, here's the deal. When it comes to you and me, we are who we are.
We are.
And I'm going to tell it how it is.
Yep.
And that's what went down. So
we can still go back to the McPike mansion, because you can't go to your brother's anymore, but
no, he even got rid of the house. I don't know if it was because of that.
He burned it to the ground.
Poor dog ate my shoes.
That's gross.
Well, sorry. Anyways, don't go to McDonald's.
I love McDonald's.
I hope it happens to you.
Why?
I don't hope it happens to you.
You're supposed to be my best friend.
I am.
Are you?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
What other place do we want to talk about? I know. So, like we said, I've never investigated the McPike Mansion. I have investigated the YMCA. And
I have not.
And that is a very interesting place. I've told this story before, but that is where I seen a apparition of a lady there. I walked in, was doing the tour or whatnot. I walked in front of someone when we were getting ushered into the next room, and I said, oh, I'm sorry, because I didn't want to stand in front of him. She was leaned against the door, and she didn't look thrilled, and basically she just looked at me and followed me with her like eyes and face or whatever, her head, to where I stepped over to the side. And
That's so cool, though.
It was really cool.
That's one of the first things you told me when I met you.
Yeah, and then my sister stood in front of the lady. I said, don't be rude, don't stand in front of people. And I went to pull her, and the lady disappeared. And it was pretty intense. Also, they have a workout room with all the mirrors there.
Yeah.
Okay? It is really, really unsettling to sit in that room with all of the mirrors, because they have mirrors on both sides, so you can like see things behind you.
So That always kind of scares me.
Mirrors.
Not scares me, but I'm always, when I look into a mirror, I always try to do one of these real quick. Like I'm looking at myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I try to go real quick to see if it.
To see if your reflection
Yeah,
moves?
do you do that?
No.
Did you see how quick I was, though? How would I even know?
I don't know.
So
when I
fast.
look at mirrors, I usually look behind me in the mirror.
You don't look at yourself?
Like if I need to, yeah, but a lot of times I look behind me. Like investigating wise, I look behind me.
You think you're fucking better than me?
A little bit. I haven't shit my
Hold your
pants.
bowels.
I keep it together pretty well.
So would you say, ow, would you say Alton and the places that you've been to,
That's just the tip of the iceberg too. There's a bunch of other places, but we're running out of time.
we are, which I think we should do a second part of this one day, and I think we should go to these locations
We could do that,
and
yeah.
maybe let people see these locations that, you know, because after we reviewed our stats, there's people in Finland
Yeah.
that have been listening to this.
Netherlands.
Is that not?
I don't know. There's you know I'm not good with geography.
You're not. You're not. But
It's not a strong suit.
you think that would be neat if they could see
Yeah.
some of the places?
It would be cool. I don't know how we're going to tote all of this stuff, but yeah.
In that Jeep or those guys' van.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have
I'll
them
just-
help us.
I'll just have them.
They're ready for you anyways.
Yeah. I'll be like, yo, can you help a girl out and just like bring my buddy with me?
Yeah. Frank.
Frank, I seen him in the parking lot when I was walking out. Not the second day, the first day.
I was like, holy
and
shit.
Frank had a big Suburban.
And he can help us.
But he
can
was
help us.
also like in a handicap spot. So I feel like I was quicker on my feet. It was an older gentleman. He was very nice. Frank, if you're listening, you were very nice. And the hug was nice. It's just that the world has made me not trust people, and I apologize. I trust you enough to give you a hug.
Nice.
But
Okay.
I don't know. We could go to some of these places.
I just think that it would be fun. It's not too far.
No.
I have a couple places in Alton that I want to get to.
Okay. You want to list them out?
Yes.
Go.
The First Unitarian Church.
I want to go there really bad.
I would love to get into the Grand Theater.
Yes.
And I haven't fully got to investigate the Stratford the way I want to.
Yes.
Because it has several floors.
It does. I went to all the floors.
I did not. But I felt like I had seen something.
Yes, you did feel like you had seen something.
Enough to where I had to run
Yeah.
to the window, and we all tried to find a person walking outside. To sum it up, I was in a kitchen area, and the outside windows, it looked like I seen somebody walk past it. So I went to go see who that person was, and there was nobody out there. And I know I saw it.
And they were like, you said they were like brownish gray
Brownish gray.
and slightly see-through.
Yeah, and it was really quick, though. Like, it was... Alton doesn't surprise me at all.
With anything. Alton is a awesome town. If you haven't been here, you should. We have great food here as well.
I want to finish with one story
Okay.
that I knew about